So, yes, yesterday, um, Chelsea v Leicester into the semi-finals of the FA Cup yet again. And in the first half, I just did not see that happening. But second half, what a performance! What a week! Beating City. I didn't do one of these after the City game. As you know, I don't always do one. And there were so many people putting vlogs up. And I thought it really sort of spoke for itself. But today I thought I'd do one because I've also got a question for all you Chelsea fans out there. I can't make my mind up on, and it would be good to get your opinions. It's about Kai Havertz. Um, but yeah, yesterday I felt sorry for the youngsters. Billy Gilmore, I rate him so highly. I think he's going to be world class. But yesterday he couldn't put a foot right, could he? Bless him. Reece James didn't set the world alight. Not up to his usual standards, although he put one great cross in, to be fair. And Mason Mount looked absolutely cream cracker, didn't he? But he's played so much football lately, it's totally understandable. And that first half, we were poor. I did laugh on Twitter. I just don't know. Some of these people must be from a different planet from me. Oh, maybe Ruben Loftus-Cheek isn't as good as we thought he was. The bloke hasn't played for a year. He hasn't played for a year. He had 55 minutes. He had 55 minutes against, was it Villa, wasn't it? And he's not played for a year. Maybe he's not as good as we thought he was. What a prize plonker whoever wrote that was. And you're entitled to your opinion. Of course you are. We all are. But your understanding of the game and physiology and biology and professional football is totally different to mine for a start, and probably to most other football folk. You are entitled to your opinion, but I think you'll find that he comes good. Same with the three that went off yesterday. Mount, excellent. Last couple of games he's been blinding. Billy Gilmore's going to be world class, and Reece James is going to be pretty damn good. They'll come again. It's a learning experience. Youngsters are going to have bad games. I think the lockdown and the break has affected their momentum more than the professionals who can, the older. Sorry, not they're all professionals, but the older pros who pretty well are unaffected by almost anything after their years in the game. So yesterday, yeah, Ross Barkley came on, great goal. I thought a couple of times he could have passed when he shot, but I'm not going to criticise him because earlier on in the season no one was shooting, and it hadn't been for Schmeichel. That one where Ross Barkley didn't half get hold of it, and that one where he put his hand down, it bounced over the bar. That's how hard Ross Barkley hit it. So not criticising. Those that watch these, 2 or 3 that watch these videos, know that he's not my favourite player, but he's actually winning me round with his form at the moment. And Kovacic was nice and tidy when he came on. And Aspie was practically man of the match for me. His defending was good, and he was getting forward. I thought he had a great game. But I think he's been playing well this season. Full stop. Willian got through loads and loads of defensive work. I watched that game close, and only twice did he not run back when I thought he should have run back. The rest of the time, he was. I'd love to know his yardage or meterage during that game, because that guy had enough cover some space. I get sick of seeing these people. Oh, his end product isn't great. Oh, he's only done these assists. He's only scored this goal. I'd like to know how many goals he's actually stopped because he's getting back. There's no stats for that, is there? There's no stats for him running back. How many actual attacks he's broken down. There's no stats for if he's followed a bloke who's running off the ball. It's cut their options to pass. I think Willian's one of them where we won't really appreciate how good he was until he's gone, and that will please a lot of so-called fans. I think he's top, and I don't think he's really been appreciated by a lot of people at the club. But yeah, the Zuma was Zuma, Rudiger was was Rudy. Couple of mistakes, couple of brilliant balls. Caballero in goal is one mistake when he come out, but luckily Dave was there to put the guy off. It was in the last minute. Who else can I point? Tammy Abraham, he's struggling, isn't he? But again, a young lad, a lot of injuries. He's struggling. He don't seem to be making the runs that I'd like him to. But he was game enough, Be interesting to see next season when Werner's there if it ups his game, And yeah, everyone put in a shift that second half, and who else came on? Pedro came on, didn't he? And brought a fingertip save out of Schmeichel. Yeah, it was all good stuff. Left back was secure. Yeah, it was good. And City in the week. Well, what a performance! I'm not even gonna. I mean, yesterday N'Golo was everywhere, but against City he was absolutely sublime, absolutely world class. And for all those wanting to sell him, oh, he's 29. Oh, he's 30 next year. Oh, we better sell him while we can. Plonkers. Prize plonkers, in my humble opinion. I think he's world class, and who are you going to replace him with? Oh, he can't play at defensive central midfield. Can he not? Oh, right, okay. Well, watch the City game again. I do wonder. We have got a lot of expectors and fewer supporters by the year. I think a lot of people go on at FIFA, and that's it. They're super experts, and all of us don't know everything, but when you watch that performance by Kante, and I gave him a 9 against City. I thought he was absolutely excellent. I gave Mount 8. I gave most of the team a 7 or an 8. That was a really great team performance. Now, Kai Havertz. It looks like we're favourites to sign him, because it looks like he wants to come to Chelsea for between 70 and 80 million pounds. Now, what's troubling me is what was Ziyech? He was 30 million, was he? And Werner was about 50 million. That's 80 million. Now, they said that Frank Lampard had between 150 million and 200 million to spend. But you've also got to add their wages onto that, ain't you? So they reckon, was it Werner's 12 million? Ziyech is about 9 or 10 million a year. And if Kai Havertz come, it's going to be at least what Werner's on. So you'll then be up to about 180 million. Let me get this right. You've got your. Let's say we get him for 70, 50, 120. You're 30. Yeah, we're 180 million with the wages. And I think we need a top centre half. I'm one of the few people that think we'd get away with a left back position, because Alonso is having some sort of renaissance, and it looks like he's really worked on his defending. But is he the answer? Probably not. But I think we probably need a left back. But I think more than anything, we need a centre half. Now I think we need a sort of like Koulibaly or someone like that, so that your Tomoris of this world can learn off of him. So if we had the choice of Kai Havertz or a centre half and a left back, what would you do? I've got to admit, I've turned it over in my mind loads and loads of times because I'd love Kai Havertz to be at the club, but at what cost? You know, if we didn't buy a centre half and we didn't buy a left back, and I think we definitely, particularly, you know, against Aston Villa, we look dodgy. Christensen has a good game, and then he'll have a bad one, then he'll have a good one, then he'll look world class, and then he'll have a stinker. Rudiger's always got a mistake in him. He's a good centre back, but he's always got a mistake in him. Same with Zuma. Zuma's good in the air, but on the floor, I'm always, you know, I'm like that. I'll be honest. Tomori, we don't really know how good he is, do we? He started. I don't know what's gone on behind the scenes with Tomori. He's got an injury at the moment, I know that. But I think we need a world-class centre half in order to bring the youngsters on. So if it meant, I think I'd be inclined not to sign Kai Havertz and to sign a centre half and a left back if the choice was mine, which I'm glad it's not. It's down to Frankie boy. But what would you do? I'm really interested to, because I'm in lockdown. I'll speak to 3 or 4 Chelsea fans, but it'd be nice to know what everyone else thinks. Would you go for Havertz, or would you go for a centre half and a left back? Let me know. Please subscribe to the channel. Please bung me a like, and unless you don't like, of course. I had Karen on Facebook last week saying that I was a moaner, so sorry, Karen. Can't please everyone all the time. She said, "Oh, don't post these things if you don't expect criticism." Well, I didn't say anything. You know, if you criticise away, young Karen. But yeah, if you do like it, bung us a like. Please subscribe to the channel, and please in the comments let me know what you do. Okay, I'll speak to you later on this week. Up to Chelsea.